In West Virginia, there are approximately 1,000 children who are waiting for a permanent family. These children are legally eligible for adoption because of circumstances out of their control. Many of these kids are struggling with the disappointments and heartaches of their past. They need the reassuring love of a permanent family to give them the confidence, guidance, and support they need to live a happy life and fulfill their potential. If every person who ever thought they might consider adoption actually adopted a child, there would be no waiting children. Have you ever thought about adoption but weren't sure how to start? Or perhaps you've had questions and wondered what adoption would be like. In this video, you'll meet 3 families whose lives have been enriched by foster adoption. Each of these families started their journey with a simple phone call. Their stories provide a glimpse of how to be successful with adoption. Although each of these families are different, they share a few things in common. They have an unconditional love for their children and a strong commitment to their success as a family. Bob and Rita Boyles raised their family, 3 wonderful children who grew up to have productive careers and families of their own. When their youngest left home for college, their nest began to feel a little too empty. Bob and Rita decided to become foster parents and went through the training.
We started getting involved with it, fell in love with what we were doing, and was of the impression this is what God wants us to do with our life, so we did it, and here we are some 75 children later and working on our 5th adoption.
The first child Bob and Rita adopted was also their first foster child, Lisa.
She came to us when she was 4 weeks old on December 22nd of 1989. She fit in well with our family. Our kids fell in love with her.
The Boyles family have also adopted Charlie, age 6, twins Kaylee and Caitlin, age 4, and are hoping to soon finalize adoption of Jillian, who is 2.
People think we're crazy for our age adopting them.
But we wouldn't do anything else. I think the good thing about adopting them is that number one, they don't have to go through another change in their life. They've had their changes. As far as these children know, Rita and I are their parents. The best thing about it is that we adopted them because we just had true love for them. There was no, it was all unconditional love.
Hey guys, how y'all doing today?
The church is very supportive of it. We get a lot of comments about it, and we get a lot of questions, and they just fall in love with the kids. I mean, you figure that over the years we've had 75 kids go to church with us, and the churches and the congregations fall in love with them. One of the strongest supports you have are your neighbors.
The Boyles now feel called to help other families who are considering foster care or adoption.
We just want to set the example for, hey, the system works. You can work with the system. We don't want any mess. So our successes would be is that hopefully we've convinced other people to give these children a break. It's just a philosophy of life, just to help the kids, let them be what they want to be, and most of all, let them be kids.
B.J. Miller was one of the authors of the West Virginia Adoption Policy. She taught classes for prospective parents considering foster care and foster adoption. Then she decided that foster adoption might be a good choice for her, and she adopted 2 teenage sons.
I have Michael, is my younger son. He was the first one who came to live with me. And Matt came about a year after Michael did, and Matt was 14 when he first came here. They're good kids. It's really changed my life for the better. I was single with no kids, had never had any children, and had thought I probably never would, and then saw the varieties of families out there who were adopting and realized that a single woman could adopt and so decided to do it myself and haven't looked back.
Many children who are available for foster adoption in West Virginia are older children. Older children fit perfectly into BJ's plan for her new family.
I used to teach 5th grade, so I knew I liked that age. I didn't want little kids. For me, being a single working woman, I needed kids who would be able to dress themselves in the morning. I thoroughly enjoy having the older kids. They do things with me. They are my family. I'm not eating dinner by myself in a restaurant. I have the boys. I'm certainly not perfect, and there are days when I think I'm pretty defective in the role of a parent. When I lose my temper, when I don't have as much patience as I think I should have, or maybe say the wrong thing, or can't do that algebra homework. It is unconditional love. They're tears, they're sad tears, they're happy tears, all of those things. But when I see Matt marching in a parade, or I see Michael marching with the ROTC, it warms my heart, and it makes everything worth it.
We talked about the number of kids we were going to have, and yeah, a little bit of a difference on it. We never argued about it, but I wanted 2. I was solid. I wanted 2. And she wanted like 7, 8, 9.
9, 10, 12, yeah.
And we ended up compromising.
5's the compromise.
There are 5 beautiful girls in the Emch family. Nate and Sue's biological daughter, Natalie, is the middle child.
I've always thought about adoption since I was a little girl because I had a stepmom that came in and raised me, and I really enjoyed having her in my life, and I wanted to be able to help and give other children a home.
We'd had Natalie for a few years, and we didn't want her to be an only child, and so we wanted to grow our family. Sue heard on the radio this program, One Church, One Child, encouraging at least one family per church to open up their hearts and their homes. And we heard that, and we made the call, and we got the brochures and started reading the information, and we decided to give it a go.
I got a phone call. Nate was out of town on a business trip, and the social worker said, we have 2 little girls that needs a home, and it's for adoption, and it's adoption placement, and would you like to take them? And we're like, sure. I didn't even ask Nathan, I just said sure.
Natalie, our biological, she's been a blessing through this whole process because her heart is so open to other children, and even if they haven't been perfect to her, even if sometimes they
fight, or
especially when they first came, some of the children have been rough around the edges, and she's so open to it and so loving, and she doesn't mind it, and she's always just wanted sisters.
We always tried to put them first, put the child first before our feelings and what was best for them.
You have to have a commitment. And if you can't find it within yourself to commit, then you shouldn't do this because you'll end up hurting yourself and the children. You have to commit. But if you have a lot of love, anyone that has the capability to love children has the capability to gain the strength to do this. Anyone. As a family, each of us within the family is becoming stronger people. The children are becoming stronger people. We're becoming stronger people. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful feeling to feel the growth of the family becoming a family, It's wonderful.
Open your life to laughter. Open your life to memories. Open your life to fun, to love, and to miracles. It only takes a phone call to open your life to a child who is waiting for you. Call Mission West Virginia's Frameworks program at 1-866 Call MWV if you are interested in adoption or helping West Virginia foster children find their forever families. 1-866-CALL-MWV.